Fast. Boop. Oh, effing Bitcoin. Hey, American supremacist. Holy shit, you were right here, man. That's real. That's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm feeling a little better. Yeah, I'll explain why in a sec. It's actually pretty simple, but the short of it is it's a holiday weekend. That's actually the primary reason why. And actually, I was looking at some analysis too from 2017. It's the exact same thing happened on this exact same date. So let me just give it a little bit, and then I'll get into it. I mean, for the most part, it's again nothing bad fundamentally, but it is annoying, right? Because obviously we want this shit to go up. Markets drag on. Crypto pulls back a bit due to holiday weekend. Oh, maybe I should say live now, markets drag on. So I'm still a little under the weather, but I think I should be good by tomorrow, I think. Hopefully. But definitely by Sunday, because I did get a good, okay night's sleep yesterday, and then today I'm going to make sure I don't eat as much also, try to burn away some energy. So, let me see. No, I don't need to walk back. I'm pretty sure I should be fine. Okay. So I tweeted that out. Alright, so where do I begin? Well, I guess we'll just start with the markets and bonds first. So let's take a look here. Okay, go away. So markets are pretty flat. Crude oil's a little flat. Silver flat. So everything is flat except Bitcoin and crypto, which of course is going down. Yeah, right. I mean, Riot is actually at its fair market value, so that's good. Dollar is a little up, but everything else looks fine. Yeah, so everyone's just selling off a little bit because they don't want any open positions going into the weekend. That like this always happens. And we're gonna actually open up this chart. I'll look at that in a second. I just want to look at this. Bonds were bought a little bit today, and then dollar is up. Yeah, so I've been adding more to my USD coin position. Not a whole lot, just barely any, but just to get the thing started. But I definitely like the idea of DeFi. What is this? Alright, whatever. So, and then I was watching some of Cryptos R Us and then like some other guy, and then they were like talking about like BlackRock and stuff. So I actually found out that this Scott Miner D guy, he works for Guggenheim, and he said crypto investors reward prepare for volatility this weekend. Yeah, this is actually a common thing. We're actually going to find out. Now, Cryptos R Us imply there was something more manipulative going on. That's certainly possible, but I actually think it was just more a sign of, it just happens often. All right, well, before I go, all right, let's just see. Okay, I'm not going to watch that video then, because I already know that VeChain is going to do just fine. I'm already following a bunch of other crypto channels, so, but thanks, but thanks. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I know VeChain's going to go up. I just don't know when. Obviously, preferably sooner. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so I support you during your call, but why is Tyler who supports very young women and supports she has a bad role model? Doing you can see all across the board.
I'm doing something on that girl.
least it's black versus black and not like black on non-black. Because my parents actually want me to visit them. I'm actually a little worried I'm gonna get jumped for being Asian. So, you know, I'm like, eh. Oh, actually, we might as well watch this whole thing. Fuentes had Vincent James on Good Morning Groper today. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never have time to listen to Good Morning Groper. I'm already just like beyond, like full up to my thing. I barely can keep up with Nick's Twitter. Dashcoin gives me a blank. I can't stop buying it. Yeah, Dash is really good. Like Greg loves Dash. I know Mike Cernovich used to really like Dash too. Oh no, my parents are fine. It's me that I'm worried about. You know, it's me going to visit my parents, not the other way around. I would actually tell my parents not to visit me. Well, first of all, I don't want them to know where I live, and then two, like even if they did, like I don't want them fucking traveling around. And they don't want to leave New York City, so I mean, you know, it's a risk. I retweeted this yesterday. Usually, is that guy black or Arabic? And they have that white guy going stop, which is hilarious. The good news is at least they're not wearing the stupid mask. So this seems to be very commonplace, like at like airports or something.
Like, get big in front of airport.
Yeah, she just said they're at the airport. And the second most common is like at like a fast food joint.
The light skin boy, right? But he's not come up there. You see his face?
I gotta read the comments for this. Okay, blah 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 blah. Compound boss. Okay, well, none of these comments are funny. Oh wow, he managed to get that username. Wow, that's pretty impressive. He's really not taking his debate loss well. Really. What's going on? Fighting Star Island is a bench pro army. He didn't get very far, so he switched to a new niche option. Alt-right fanboy. He's coming out part of the Charlottesville. Used to tell a victim story. Oh, come on. This guy is such a massive F-word. They're Duke, blah, blah, blah. But Dad's American first level in process. Yeah, okay. Well, I was upset with Trump disavow white supremacy. After Nick said it was a very cucked for Trump to disavow it and told Dinesh to go to hell for talking about it. Oh. I thought we, wait, Dinesh? Oh, we're thinking of Raheem Kassam. But yeah, Dinesh used to also talk shit too, and then recently he kind of saw the light. You're well, heard that you should doesn't believe you should have the right to vote. He also perfectly fine using despair to describe women. Well, I use much worse words. Yeah, Benny Cuck Johnson is really angry right now. He is super mauled. Look at this. Look at how mauled they are. Because I don't actually want Robert to block me, so I want to make sure I can, you know. Wow, they are both so mauled. They're so mauled. Good morning, Groiper. 6 traitor Republicans join the shitlibs in voting for the stupid thing. Yeah, but I mean, these guys always vote, you know, left, like whenever they can. You know, because they live in like, I'm gonna hit the like button. Because they're always in like these shitlib districts or whatever. And then of course, you know, believe it or not, I do think Big Tech's gonna actually win because I don't trust. Well, actually, no. If the court is taking place in Florida, then I think they might have a chance. Florida, that is, to actually beat back the stupid Big Tech. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And I kind of want to retweet this too, but I don't know. I mean, they're technically trying to slander Nick, so I kind of don't want to inadvertently, you know, help spread that shit. So, oh, actually, you guys said a lot. I would let them fight it out. Well, they were finding it out, and then they just got tired, I guess. It's not worth it. Your parents might bring you burgers, though. They actually said that's actually what they said. Just come by and get some hamburger meat or something. I was like, yeah, okay. South Beach has every department on the beach, and they have it barricaded off. Huh? I don't know what you mean by that. Like they have cops everywhere, you mean? TP USA Alphabet crowd gets real hostile. Oh. Is there a TP USA thing going on? Because I know Mike Cernovich sent me an email about a Night for Freedom. And it's taking place like the first week of June or something. Well, oh God, I really don't want to go to his thing. You know, if there's a TPUSA event, I bet he probably pinned it somewhere. Okay, this is not it. TPUSA event. Let me see. Upcoming event. Well, there's a Young Leadership Summit in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so we have a student. Okay, so this is the big one. The Student Action Summit. But that's, hey, they're having it in Tampa. Yeah, it's SAS. So July, oh, that's July 17th. Hey, actually, yeah, because that's where I want to move to is Tampa, Florida. So are they having, yeah, the Tampa Convention Center. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Who's going to speak here? You have Tucker Carlson. Hey, you got Rudy Giuliani, so that's good. Oh, God. Blah, 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 blah. Alex Clark. What? Why does she sound familiar? Yeah. David Harris Jr. Let's see. Yeah, now I remember, because she's the one that does like that weird degenerate thing, and then, yeah. See, I don't remember her name. It sounded familiar, but I immediately recognized that face. Yeah, it was, I don't even want to describe it. She's the twerk, yeah, exactly. I wanted to avoid using those words, but yes, you are exactly right, Social Zev. That's exactly what I was thinking of. The twerking. Yeah, that's the word. Twerking. She got roasted by Jaden McNeil. Oh, it was all the time. Wow. No wonder Jaden got like fucking ultra super banned from like everywhere. I mean, I thought it was just like a one-off thing, and then everyone mass reported Jaden, and then he got banned. Well, which is funny. Speaking of bans, that's when Trovo banned Jaden, and then the reasoning was actually funny. You are forever banned racism. Like the English in the sentence didn't even make grammatical sense. Ryan Dawson's allegedly is banned from everything, like everything. I don't know who Ryan Dawson is. I'm amazed he's not banned from Japan. Well, that's because Japan is super based. They don't really give a shit. They're actually an extremely conservative country. Like, well, at least compared to us. But on the other hand, they also have a large amount of empathy too. So, like, the Japanese is like what they are now is like the ideal conservative, I think. You have all the benefits of the conservatives, but also all the benefits of the liberals, but none of the downsides of being a liberal. So it's literally, see, that is an actual utopia. But yeah, well, that's just well, that just doesn't happen. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. They do allow a lot of porn, I think. In fact, you're allowed to make any kind of porn from any intellectual property in Japan, but the requirement is you have to automatically give 20% of your gross profit to the IP holder that you're turning into porn. So that's probably it. Also, Japan's naturally a very small country, so they don't have a lot of room to spread out. Yeah, Japan was way more based before that, but yeah, I mean, that works too. 1984. But I know that Japan was working on artificial island expansions, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. So, but if China's doing it, I don't want to watch this. But I think someone did tell me about this before. But I assume if China's doing it, then I'm sure Japan must be doing the same thing too. I would like Ryan. He debated Nick 3 years ago. Yeah, but is he like actually based? Ryan Donner and Young Lion Fuentes. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out sometime. All right. So we went over the bonds. I don't even think Greg's posted his video yet, has he? Yeah, he hasn't even done that. So just in time to do this. Before I do this thing, he is based as hell. Oh God. You know what? Maybe I don't want to watch the debate. Ryan Dawson YouTube's, but he's still. Oh, he's banned from YouTube. All right. Well, where can I find this guy then?
Video where he answered.
See, censorship works because I'm trying to find this guy and I just cannot fucking find him. I'm sending you links on your Twitter. Just post a link here. I'm too lazy to check my Twitter. He is anti-tribe. Oh, okay. Well, as long as he's anti-tribe, or which also means he's pro-America, true America first, then yeah, he's obviously going to be okay in my book. Deal's gone wrong. Oh, I have seen this before. The link I posted is his debate with Nick. I know. I don't want to watch the debate. Like, I'm just like my brain is completely like fried. What I want is like a link to actual Ryan Dawson's thing. Like, he's got to have something out there, right? He can't be. Is he actually completely banned? Ryan Dawson Gab. Please tell me he has at least a freaking. He doesn't have a Gab.
Long run, it's not good for them. It's probably better for somebody to stay in Nigeria. It would definitely be better to leave, say, Sudan or some shithole like that. We also have to look at a lot of the policies that help sustain the shitholeness of these nations.
You know, I'm streaming on both YouTube and Trovo. I don't think I can actually. I better not listen to any more of this. That is pretty funny though. I guess I'll just watch it off stream. Oh wait, this opened up in Chrome. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll watch it, but Ryan is on YouTube. Yeah, but that's not. This is okay. Well, let me see. I'm gonna assume. Let's see. Banned. Well, there's him. Okay. Well, I don't know why he does not have a Gab. Like, you have to have a Gab. ANC report. Oh, that is his website. He's super radioactive. Do it on your own time. He is Native American guy from North America, Japanese one. He lives in Japan. He has a Telegram. Oh, so he lives in Japan. Well, here's the problem. Where's his latest post? May 25th, 2021. So that's 3 days ago. Bill Gates and Epstein. Yeah, I kind of don't really care about the Epstein thing anymore, though. Simply because I know nothing's going to happen. Palestinian youth take a tear gas box away from the IDF and use it on them. Well, they're very lucky that they didn't get shot. Palestine, the Four Horsemen, Gaza News. That's a pretty funny picture. I better not read that out loud. The media pretends Hamas struck out of the blue for no reason. Yeah. I do know that Hassan Abi has been hitting the media and Israel over the Palestinian thing, so not even blanks are banned like him. Well, based on that short clip that I listened to, yeah, I can see why he might be ultra banned. He's also on Russian Facebook, VK. Oh, so that's who runs VK. He's a Telegram, blue meaning redacted. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So where are we? Oh, God. I'm still a little under the weather, and I really don't like it. and it's just so annoying. Okay, so, all right. Let's do a 2-year. No, let's do 1 year. And let's travel back in time to 2017. Oh, so glorious days. All right, so here, this is here we are. May 26, 2017. You can actually see that Bitcoin went from 2443 all the way down to 2000. So we actually did have a 20% correction, which may not even seem like much because it's only a $400 drop. But the point is, it did drop, and then it started going back up afterwards. Now, right now, today is May 28th. So what was different then? So this is actually the weekend drop, right? Holiday weekends are always, the reason why I don't like holidays is because crypto always drops, because everyone knows the holidays are coming up. So what does the institutional investors do? They actually just sell a lot of stuff off and close their positions, and thus the selling pressure drops prices. Now the good news is, if this history or mini history is a guide, it will eventually go back up and then correct yet again, because it did that in July 15th. So it went down as far as 1929. And the high on June 9th, 2017 was 29.47. So we're looking at a 33% correction to the downside. But that happened after a flatline period to the downside. So I'm hoping this time around, I mean, I don't know, like maybe around June 10th to June 15th. June 15th would be the ideal. Bitcoin skyrockets all the way to like 120,000, 125,000. And then at that point, I'm going to close out all my options positions and then start doing the straddles, like I talked about here. And then I think because Monday's a holiday, I'll probably do the straddle video then. So hopefully I'll be able to make some profit. Well, my Ledger X options will make profit. I don't know what Riot's going to be at that point. But hopefully the momentum is just going to cause some FOMO. And then I'll be able to exit out with profit and then, start straddling. Now as I look at this, I keep thinking, okay, I know there's a correction. I likely don't need to buy a put, but I can buy a couple calls. And then as the price of Bitcoin goes up again, right? Then I can start, okay, sell the call, take my profit, and then start buying more straddles. And then on the next correction down, I close out my put side of my straddle, take profit there, and then buy. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to buy a straddle like on say September of later this year, because I don't know if it's going to be low enough. I might. I have to do the math. We'll have to do the math by then. But either way, I'll definitely buy some more call. I'll do an overweighted call straddle, so I'll be buying more calls than puts. And then keep riding it up and down like that. Yeah, because there's a lot of mini corrections here, which makes sense. If something goes up a lot, it's got to come down a lot too, but hopefully not as much. The bull market is estimated to end in September, October. The next couple of months need to be Pump City. No, that's not correct. Look. This is when the 2017 bull run ended, December 15th. Right? And on top of that, it does a double top like a mountain. Right? Or it's roughly, or they sometimes call it head and shoulders. So, Kyrie said, whole Bitcoin will be worth 220K by the end of this bull cycle. Yeah, I mean, he's actually being conservative. My April video from 2-3 years ago called for 500,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year. But now that I know more now than I did back then, I'm actually going to say 1 to 3 million. Oh, because I forgot to mention, BlackRock is actually trying to get in Bitcoin. Or I actually posted George's YouTube crypto video today. He actually was talking about how BlackRock is actually getting into Bitcoin and trying to get into it. And I think I remember earlier this year when I was on the Red Pill Project, Jason said the same thing. So BlackRock is... I'm going to assume that BlackRock is already in cryptocurrency and they're trying to buy up more of that shit. And they have trillions of dollars at their disposal. Now the problem is when you have all these big institutions like BlackRock and Guggenheimer and whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like this thing's going to hyper pump and then hyper dump, and I don't know. Now, I know the Federal Reserve is trying to pump more money, print more money, right? So I don't know. Actually, managing. I found that I really found this Scott Greer tweet so funny. Okay. Gold and silver, we all know. I don't want to buy BlackRock stocks. Yeah, BlackRock is like pretty much the only company that like does everything well. I also didn't know they were convicted of like manipulation and then paid a fine. I mean, silver will probably be fine, but you should actually probably buy the actual real silver ounce because it's going to be a while before that thing spikes. It doesn't actually spike until everything starts collapsing. Because I'm actually thinking the ideal situation is the markets continue to do whatever it is they're doing, right? But it doesn't crash. In the meantime, Bitcoin hyper pumps, then dumps. It'll be interesting to see how much of the stock market goes down with the crypto markets. And then crypto is like, crashed, right? This will be this will be next year, 2018. Everything bottoms out like crazy, but the stock markets are doing okay. And then a couple years pass, and then what happens is we finally get the debt crisis that Greg's been warning about for decades. Everything sells off, everyone goes into silver and cryptocurrencies. And then like 2024, 2025, cryptocurrencies, skyrocket to like, $10 million per Bitcoin or something like that, right? Because there's just so much hyperinflation caused by the Federal Reserve. So I actually think there could be, after this super major bull run, that there will be another 4-year cycle approximately of an even bigger Bitcoin cycle. And that will be caused by, again, the currency crisis, right? The currency and debt crisis. So it's actually pretty exciting, if not a little nerve-wracking. Silver rounds are $30 a pop. Buy as much as you want. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just buy whatever. I like silver coins if I had to buy silver, but I actually kind of like the silver bars. I don't know. I like the feeling of actually holding gold and silver simply because it's like, I play the video games and they always have silver, right? And copper and gold, and like, it's like, I actually, I really want to own the real stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep buying. So if I'm fortunate enough, Bitcoin will cover to 120, 125K. I'm gonna sell off my options. I'll obviously tell everyone, and then I'm gonna start playing straddles. I'm gonna try playing this smarter, simply because when it comes to options, the Bitcoin volatility is your best friend. Also, the manipulation can be your worst enemy or your best friend. So that's why I'm doing the straddles, because right now manipulation's my worst enemy. So now I gotta get with the program and then basically take advantage of the manipulation. Hard to buy junk silver unless you want dimes. Actually, yeah, I have some like coins, like actual 1964 and before coins. So, I collected it over the years. JP Morgan warning inflation skyrocketing with no end in sight. Yes. Yeah, see, that's the problem. This stupid inflation is a real problem. It's really weighing on things. But with that being said, the markets did okay, and it's a holiday weekend. So, I mean, at this point, I think it should be fine. I mean, it really should be, because we've had inflation of like 2, 3, 4, 5%, and interest rates of like 5 to 6%. This was leading up to the 2008 real estate crisis. And even before that, we had the dot-com boom, right? Same thing. Like, we didn't have any problems back then. But then again, they kept the interest rates pretty high, so. It makes me feel like Scrooge McDuck holding gold and silver. Yeah. If you buy enough of it, you can put it in a vault and then start swimming in it, just like Scrooge McDuck. But my God, look at this. What is, like, effing Bitcoin, man? Like, this is so stupid. I mean, it's selling off a little bit, but it's not like another crash. It could be an indicator. What is wrong with this thing? It could be another indicator of a correction, because that's always possible, but I think it's really just more like people just don't want to hold any positions over the weekend. So June should be a very good week. The first week of June, once we come out of the Memorial Day weekend, should be very, very good for crypto. Very good, because Japan and Asia, they're not gonna do anything on Monday. They're gonna wait. They're gonna let the Americans go first. So in that case, that would be Tuesday morning for us and Tuesday night for Asia. Because of the time zone difference. And look at this number up here. The 24-hour volume is very low. It's 151.7. So that's another indicator to me that it's really just people just don't want to do shit right now. That's why people are going to cash, they're going to stable coins, and they're just chilling. Because again, it's a stupid weekend. Oh, let me show you something too. So if we go to September, look at this. After the little mini correction from July 15, 2017, Bitcoin kept going up and up and up. But look at when it started going down. Oh, August 31st, 2017, and then it just kept going down from there. Dead cat bounce. Great, my parents. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like 1, 2 o'clock? I don't know, I'll pop the wong then. Yeah, fine. Oh, pizza would be good. Alright. Alright, so Sunday all gang, okay? Nate tomorrow. Nate tomorrow, it's Sunday. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'll buy. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Well, at least I'll get pizza too on Sunday. Buy Dash 183 a corner. So holy shit, Dash has been decimated that much. Yeah, everything's really literally on sale. Even VeChain's on sale right now, right? Yeah, 10.78. It's like a penny. It's 1.7 cents above what I bought it for, because I bought it at like 9.1 cents. Effing May. This month was total dog shit. Anyway, so Bitcoin was going up, right? And then it started tanking. But look at the date. August 31st. Then what was the day after? September 1st. You know what was happening? Labor Day weekend, which means it was another holiday weekend. Great. And then what always happens? Everybody sells off, meaning the rich and institutions, because they don't want to hold any open positions. And that selling pressure creates like a domino self-fulfilling prophecy, and everyone else starts dumping. And of course, it turns into another correction, right? It was Bitcoin was as high as 48.92. It needed a pullback. Well, bam, you got it. It pulled back to 31.55 essentially. So that's I want to say another 33%. So yeah, now approximately 35% drop in Bitcoin. That's a correction, right? And then people went, "Oh, it's all over." So after the pullback, because pullbacks and corrections are actually very bullish, then Bitcoin just skyrockets to 74.59. So basically almost like double and a third. And then it did a little mini correction down here, November 11th, and then it just went out of this world. It spikes out of control. And of course we know what happened after. So even if I bought puts in my straddles, let's say November 10th, 2017, if I had access to, because LedgerX didn't exist back then, I think. Right? Well, what happened? Well, I would eventually make my money on it. I'll just have to wait like many months. But that's okay, because my calls are going up crazy. And then I would buy another straddle, and then I'd have a put option at the top, and then Bitcoin crashes. So I just make money like crazy. And then as Bitcoin and crypto crashes, all my old puts from the former straddles will start getting in the money, and then make a profit, and I close it all out, and then multi-effing millionaire mode. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with Riot blockchain. That's what I'm gonna do on my Ledger X, and then of course you guys have Deribit and whatever for non-Americans. So you'll be doing the same thing, and it'll be good. And it's going to be fantastic. And we'll have to see, because it might be a little different this time. I don't know, because like you got the institutions and all these big tech companies coming in, and then if they lose a lot of money from this crypto crash, they're seriously going to push for regulations for crypto, and then that's just going to completely fuck everything up. So yeah. But we'll take it one day at a time, 1 week at a time. JP Morgan warns in crypto and inflation is going berserk.
Friends, it is Friday, May 28th, 2021.
I forgot. Let's see. Yeah, they're just as big as before. Let's see. What did they have for lunch today? Man, don't their muscles atrophy from just sitting around in the nest all day? That's the only thing I'm curious to know. Man, the parent bird is like never around. Yeah, I'll tell you that when you have these birds up here, doesn't it get kind of heavy? Well, I guess the eagles know. I guess the bald eagles know how thick and heavy and stern they should make their nest. Maybe we always had institutional money now. They just aren't quite about this. Yeah, I mean that could be another factor too. That could very well be. I think that was a. I think that was a fish. It was so fast. It was also pretty red, so I think it was a fish. No, well, maybe. Huh. Ah, great. Besides, wow, that was like almost 8 hours ago. Well, 7.5 hours ago. I'm just curious. So there's the carcass, I think. So I don't know. I can't tell if that was an animal or a fish. Huh.
Still Friday. This is my post-market wrap-up. I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about. Some of it is laughable, very laughable. In fact, be ready for it. Anyway, we got more economic news today, and guess what? It was all bad. Let's start off with the basics, like I always do. All right. So what happened today in the market? Pretty much nothing. We did have gains for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, but nothing dramatic here. I would say pretty much a flat day with regard to the stock market. The dollar fractionally higher. Despite that, gold and silver put on decent gains today. They started out lower, but ended higher now.
I thought I didn't do jack. Silver is up a little. Gold's up a little. Yeah, I mean, I guess in Greg's case, a little bit's always a lot.
Let's talk about
I
gold and
guess.
silver real quick. These two
Yeah, he does a
assets
lot.
have done very, very well
A lot less risk taking
over the
than me.
past month or so. We're talking about gains of like over 8 and over 6% respectively. Gold now over 1900. We got silver over $28. Still, those ratios that I've been referring to lately, the Dow gold ratio, look this stuff up. It still remains around 18, and the silver gold ratio about 66. So these things are on sale big time. You know that. Cryptocurrencies today fell into pressure, and that's something I want to talk about in just a little bit, because we got a warning today from JP Morgan. And that's kind of where I'm going to crack up a little bit. But let's go back to the market again real quick. So again, stable 10-year yield, dollar slightly stronger, crude oil weaker today, and that's limiting the gains in the stock market. You know how this works, okay? Now, I want to go over some lovely, really lovely economic news. So what did we find out earlier today? U.S. incomes are cratering, despite the fact that we're booming and I guess we're supposed to be creating jobs. Oh, wait a minute, no. 406,000 people applied for first-time unemployment benefits last week. Look, they could twist these numbers all they want to. This is what they're letting us know about. But the fact of the matter is, people in this country are in dire straits right now. With incomes cratering, with the threat of inflation. Well, how about this? This is what they're allowing us to know. I want you to keep this in mind. So this morning, okay, we found out U.S. incomes are cratering. As a matter of fact, by the largest margin on record. The largest margin on record. Now, inflation, this is what they're letting us know, is surging at its fastest pace since 1992. So let's see, we have an environment here.
Yeah, because Yahoo was reporting sometime in the 2000s. I don't remember. So, but they're definitely trying to like hide the actual real numbers. It's not good. It's not. It's yeah.
Where the average person is having to deal with lower income and surging inflation. Sounds terrific, but don't forget, the Federal Reserve has reassured us all multiple times that this is just transitory. It's going to miraculously go away. It's going to just vanish. You know that, right?
I don't see how
And
they'll
again,
do that.
when you hear that kind of talk out of a Federal Reserve president, you know the polar opposite is true. Do you believe for a split second that you're going to hear the truth out of a Federal Reserve president? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the same thing like the Wuhan lab, right? I used to say that the virus came from the Wuhan lab in China and not the wet market. You weren't allowed to say that, and everybody would ban you. Now all of a sudden it's the reverse. I just can't stand this shit anymore.
I really don't. You know, we haven't heard from Lex Luthor in a while.
I mean, unfortunately, 'cause
Neil
maybe it really
Kashkari,
did
the
come from
Lex
wet
Luthor
market.
of the Federal Reserve, and then we have the demon of the Federal Reserve, Loretta Mester. What a freak. Absolutely. Now, let's talk about a little more with regard to inflation,
Since
because
I
this
gotta
is some of
venture
the
out to
news that
visit mom and dad. Okay. Very good. Oh, okay, so nothing new. So the good news is it seems like people have stopped attacking Asians and they've started to attack Jewish people. That's it's always what happens here. Like whatever the media focuses on, it's like is always the target. Is always the target.
we got today. And again, this will not shock you. No shock face. No surprise, because I told you this was going to happen from months ago. So, high energy prices and shortages, supply line shortages, are being blamed for the issue with regarding rising inflation. Again, every mechanism you can think about and things you can't even dream about are going to be used to have you look here, Look
Don't
here.
look over there.
Don't look here. Again, this is the Federal Reserve. It's their responsibility. As a matter of fact, part of the mandate of the Federal Reserve is price stability. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
How is that looking? It isn't looking too well. Prices are not stable. They are rising rapidly
They gotta raise the
as
interest
the
rates.
Fed continues to run its inflation creation machine. You know how this works. Issuing debt through one door, buying it through another door. It's literally a revolving door. It's a machine to deliberately create inflation. And they're continuing to do this with no end in sight, despite the fact that we're booming and things are great.
Yeah, don't forget, the Democrats are in charge of everything right now. So they gotta end the pandemic and the lockdowns. And for some reason they threw Bill Gates under a bus, I guess to maybe appease conservatives. And then the Federal Reserve is gonna do whatever they can to keep the markets propped up because they gotta, make the Democrats look good. If Trump were actually in office, right, if he didn't have the shit stolen from him, oh yeah. The Federal Reserve would be like going crazy with the inflation talk and raising interest rates just to fuck everybody over. The ironic part is that's actually the correct move. If you're actually trying to stave off inflation, you do have to raise rates. So chances are the Federal Reserve is not going to raise interest rates until we have like a Republican president, if we ever get one. Then in that case, then they'll probably just raise it when they pretty much have to.
You understand? That's what the mainstream is telling us. It's an amazing thing. Now let's talk about J.P. Morgan real quick. So, what do we know about J.P. Morgan? First of all, they're the largest bank on the planet by assets. They're the largest rigger of precious metals on the planet. They're the ones that are responsible for it. Everybody knows it. Nothing happens. Okay. We also understand that the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, has never once ever been correct with regard to Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies. Okay. But now JP Morgan is coming out warning that what we're seeing lately with cryptocurrencies falling under a lot of pressure recently, they're saying it's about to get much worse. Now, to me, okay, that makes me more bullish. Okay.
Yeah, Goldman Sachs said the same shit, either with oil or something else, and then they turned out to be wrong. If you took the opposite of the trade, you would have done great.
Because we know that JP Morgan has been consistently wrong with regard to cryptocurrencies. Its CEO, who probably owns boatloads of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, because he worked on the Coinbase
and
IPO
on the other side of his mouth, is bad.
His clients want fucking Bitcoin.
Look, that's just my take on it here, and you already know
me. Still isn't
I
in
am
fucking
looking
jail.
at this.
Like the SEC is a
what's
worthless
happened
piece of
lately
shit
to
organization.
cryptocurrencies. I don't care. It doesn't faze me at all. I am like massively well positioned here with regard to my holdings of crypto. Again, I started buying Bitcoin around 3,000. To say I still have a massive profit is an understatement of the year. The only crypto I'm actually underwater on right now is Dash, and I'm buying. I'm a buyer here at these levels. So that's my take on that too. And I think you all know that. I'm not going to change my perspective. I've outlined this for you. You're not going to find a guy in this market that is more steady than I am. I have a very specific strategy that I use to attack this market. All my lions know about it. You know how I'm playing this. I put out a new stock pick today. Guys and girls, look, with regard to stock picks, please learn how to play these things. If you are just buying calls and or puts, you are missing out on a lot here. And you're exposing yourself to
dried
an
fruits,
enormous
cranberries,
amount
pumpkin
of
seeds,
risk.
mangoes, and walnuts, and
You
almonds.
gotta learn
Really
credit
good.
spreads, and you gotta learn how to sell options. Sell options. Buying them, great, but you're fighting time decay, and it's not an easy thing to overcome. And even when you're buying options, you gotta know how to play these things. You can't just buy them and sit back. You gotta babysit these things, and you gotta know when to get out too.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
totally
just for
doing
you
that.
traders out here. You know how this thing all works. The whole thing is working. So anyway, let's put.
So when Bitcoin hits 500K or a million, and I have a call option that has a strike price of, let's say, approximately 75,000 Bitcoin, my shitty amount of money in that call option is suddenly worth 100x the difference. So $925,000 times 100. Yeah, I'm gonna take the risk, buy a long-term option, and then go for it.
Put this together real quick.
God, this show must is too good.
What's changed here with regard to the market so we know where it's going in the future? How about, well, nothing. We still have a Federal Reserve inflating on a massive scale, suppressing rates on a biblical scale, and they're not going to stop. They're running their inflation machine, but there's no inflation, and or it's transitory according to the Federal Reserve. Okay, we know this is all dog shit. It's not true. Inflation is going to get much, much worse. As a matter of fact, we had the CEO of Costco today. He was out, I think it was on CNBC, explaining that food prices rising is very real, and it's starting to pinch people. And this pinch is going to get a lot worse as people, again, are earning less money. Again, going back to what I said, the middle class is being erased. Systematically erased. Step by step by step. And every day we get closer to a complete elimination of the middle class. And also, as I said just this morning, I believe, the well-off, the rich, could not possibly be doing better here. The middle class, they're the ones suffering. They're the ones struggling right now. And if you're in the lower rung below that, you're probably not watching this video blog because you're already done.
Yep.
But anyway, look, we, you and I,
yeah,
are going to stay on the right side of this.
I
We're
identify as
going
trail
to
mix.
use what they're doing to our advantage, period, the end. And that's what this is all about here, people. You can't stay in the dollar. If you're a dollar bull, there is something seriously wrong with you. You need to be long the stock market here. You need to be putting cash to work in the stock market here, on the long end, taking advantage of it. It's going higher. It's going higher as the Fed continues to inflate.
Oh yeah, he actually mentioned Home Depot again today, so I looked at the stock price. Yeah, Home Depot is on a rip and tear, man. $320 a share. I remember when I was complaining about it, I took a loss at like 276. So I looked at the historical data. So it actually went down as low as 254 or 256 before going straight up to like what it is now. So the good news is if I hold long enough on Greg stock picks, they actually do go up. It just takes forever. So I'm hoping that will apply to stupid idiot ExxonMobil, which has literally, I don't know what is wrong with this retarded stock because crude oil just keeps going up. It's ExxonMobil was at 58.37 when crude oil at the time was my first guy was like $54 a barrel. So now oil is $12 a barrel. Inflation's going up, which means crude oil is supposed to spike because that's what happens with inflation. Everything gets more expensive. Yet the stupid stock is like, well, what are you doing? Yeah, which again is why once I'm done with this, I'm buying spiders and I'm buying my own cryptocurrency stock picks and that's it. I never want to play the fucking stock market again. It's a fucking evil piece of shit, manipulative bullshit, retard shit. The only exception is when this currency crisis and debt crisis does explode and everything crashes to near zero, then I'm just going to buy everything up, right? Because I'm going to definitely have lots of cash. And then I'll turn that cash into treasure chests or something.
You understand? It's got nowhere else to go.
I remember at the peak or the trough of the 2008 crisis, Microsoft was like $15 or $35 a share. I was like, wow, I wish I had money. I would easily have bought that.
Until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, we will change our perspective. But understanding the mechanism here, that they haven't even begun to inflate, okay, with regard to the Fed or the world central banks.
I don't even think they can.
We need to be looking on the opposite side. We need to be in hard
That's the
assets.
thing. Why would the
Physical
Fed want
gold,
to
more
hyperinflate,
specifically
though?
physical silver.
This thing's
Listen, if
already-
you have one asset that you want to invest in my opinion, just one, it would be physical silver. Everything else is just fluff. Okay, it's just fluff. Silver is where it's at. So to take advantage of this, again,
I don't
just
agree with that. I don't like
gauging
silver.
what I've been screaming from rooftops lately, looking at the Dow gold ratio and the gold silver ratio, you will see that what I am saying here is 100% true. Okay, silver is the most undervalued asset on the freak show planet. You understand? All right, look, people, that's it. That's what's going on here. I think I covered a lot of important things today. I want to hear from you. Do you believe, finally, that JP Morgan is correct about cryptocurrencies? They've been wrong since their inception. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon himself, has never been right, not one time.
Yeah, but
Do
he's
you
just trying to
think that
manipulate,
cryptos are about to
probably.
crater? And if they do, what would you do about it? What would you do about it? Would you dump whatever cryptos you have? Or would you say, I'm in this for the long run and I'm going to add to my positions? Because let me explain this to you in case you don't know. That's what I will be doing. If JP Morgan's call here, their warning on cryptos is correct, and it craters,
Oh yeah, but
I
the
say I'm gonna be
traders,
backing
that
up
means
the truck,
Bitcoin's
I
not
promise
going
you that.
past 125K.
All right, people, like I said, it is Friday. I'm going to let you all go with my favorite three things. But before I do that, it's a 3-day weekend. Okay, the market is closed on Monday. However, I will be live with Alex Jones on Monday.
Oh.
I'm not sure of the time.
Wait,
hold
what?
that thought. On Monday. I'm not sure of the time.
Oh, he's not sure. of
Hold that thought. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me and Alex will be on live.
Pacific would be 11 a.m. Pacific is 2 p.m. New York time. Shit, that's around the time I was thinking about doing the thing. I mean, I could go live after that thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I already know what Greg's gonna talk to Alex Jones about, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just skip it.
I think it's banned video or something along those lines. Anyway, and you will not see me again till that show, and I will do a markets a look ahead on Monday. Okay, so you get to see me twice if you want to. All right, people, love each other, care about each other, and be charitable. Please embrace these three things. We're all going to be better off once we start doing that. I'm out of here again. Love you all a lot from the heart, and I'll see you all Monday. Oh, Crypto Kid tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Crypto Kid tomorrow.
I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels from your local.
Okay, shut up. So, all right. So again, maybe I should not close that window. You know what? I'm gonna bring that back up because I want to make sure that when the time does come to pull the trigger, I'll know exactly what needs to be done. Yeah, there we go. 2017. Wait, yeah, 2017 going to 2018. There we go. Oh yeah, let's see. Google should definitely have updated the search engines here. Okay, so this week is declining. Well, it also happens to be the weekend. And this is in the United States. What happens if I change this to worldwide? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Alright, you know what? We'll just do United States because we're the ones that move the markets anyway. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. This always goes down as Bitcoin goes down and people FUD out. But this is still pretty high, 46. So there's still a lot of people interested in crypto. Just not as much as before. So, okay. You know what? I'll take it. I just hope that once the markets open on Tuesday, we should see some good action. But, again, a lot of rich people were making warnings about cryptocurrency for this weekend. So that basically means they're going to get ready to manipulate everything. So, yeah, I mean, but then again, I don't know. There just doesn't. There's just too much fog of war here. But for the most part, I do feel, based on my own experience after all these decades, that next week should be cautiously, optimistically a good week for crypto. Because it was on the way up, and then it just went down for this week, and then I didn't know why, and that's because I forgot that it's a 3-day holiday weekend. Always goes down 3-day weekend. Even during Christmas, it also does the same thing. So if you look at this bull run here, right, you can always count on crypto tanking the week of Christmas. Right, look, Christmas Day, and then for the entire week it just went down. Now it did a little dead cat bounce before crashing even further. So, at that point, everyone's already, yeah. But the good news is at least you'll have multiple ways out. So I'm actually looking at this like mountaintop stuff, and I'm thinking, the straddles here would be sick. The straddles here would be sick. Now there's going to come a point where the call portion of the straddle is going to be completely worthless. So, say up here, December 15th, up here, well, not December 6th, because you could maybe sell at December, but the December 15th would expire worthless, and then the January 5th would expire worthless. But at this point, I am already going to know that this is already the top and it's just getting ready to crash. So I don't want to be going too crazy with the calls. If anything, I want to be doing overweighted puts at this point, because I know everything's going to go down, not up. So the call options are just simply there as like an extra bonus, right? Bonus money, right? Because I've been watching QC play, and he's just been gambling, so he's losing like $50,000 to $100,000 every stream. So yeah. But unlike gambling, here we actually know what we're doing. Well, at least I know what I'm doing. So, and then you will also know what you're doing. So, because last night, even though I was sick and I felt like total shit, I finished my game design course, all the videos essentially, and I'm gonna need to be a multi-millionaire for sure, because it will make game development a lot easier. All right, so we'll end it on this trend. What is mutant? Oh, this is like the comic book shit. Yeah, I don't care. All right, so I actually do feel good, so that's good. I should be fully rested tomorrow, so I'll probably just go play some Hearthstone. I'm gonna try to relax today. So I will, as long as I feel energetic, I think I should be live on Monday, but not to cover the markets, but to do the straddle video, because going forward, even when I have my company and stuff, I'm going to be telling my employees, you want to follow my stock tips, you need to know how to do these straddles. Because 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, I'm 100% sure that I'll still be trading cryptocurrencies. Right? But hopefully it'll still be kind of as profitable, but maybe not, because Litecoin this time around has just been so bad. Alright? Because Bitcoin is like already, even with this correction, Bitcoin is 10x off of its all-time low from the previous crash. Litecoin, on the other hand, is still doing dick. It's only like up 100%, not 10x. Which is annoying, because I'm willing to bet that one day Litecoin during the bull run will just, in 1 week, will just simply go from crap to like, 100, like, 50x, and it'll just catch up all of a sudden. And that's why I just don't like manipulation, because that's clearly manipulation, and it's just so annoying. But, what are you gonna do? Pat Riot Patriot. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't change my pronouns. I'm just gonna do it the honest Christian way, like the way Nick Fuentes is doing. It's like, literally all the sneaking around stuff. I mean, unless you have to do it, because, like, you need to get in somewhere. It just doesn't seem to work. So, all right. I'm gonna let you all go. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your 3-day weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Netflix just added pronouns to actors. Oh God. Well, at least Tribal First is crumbling, especially after Robert Barnes just got like completely demolished. So it's only gonna be a matter of time before we win big, but you know, we gotta do stuff in the meantime until then. Oh yeah, I'll definitely stream it. So yeah, all right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you all on Monday. Thanks. Enjoy.